my dear student of class 10th. Today I am going to teach you an important topic, classification of organic compound. My dear students, मैंने सोचा कि आपके एग्जाम्स बहुत नज़दीक हैं और आपको कम समय में ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कैसे जानकारी दें ताकि आप बोर्ड्स में अच्छे नंबर पा सकें. So my dear students, all of you have studied very well the classification of organic compounds. My dear student, see the boards. I'm going to detail the classification of organic compounds. Organic compounds. My dear students, first of all, I will tell you in short that organic compounds are generally the origin of living sources, except some urea which Bohler synthesis in the lab. Understand? Organic compounds, already I have just told, they are the products of animal or plants origins. Understand? Except some carbonate and bicarbonate. My dear students, first of all, see organic compounds broadly divided into two groups: acyclic compounds and cyclic or closed chain compounds. Here, acyclic compounds, it is also known as a open chain compounds, and it is also known as aliphatic compounds. My dear students, why this group of organic compound is known as a acyclic or open chain compounds? Because the compounds under this category, acyclic or open chain compounds, all are made up where carbon and carbon atoms are joined with each other in open chain. Understand? Just like this, carbons and carbons are joined with in open chain. Understand? So these are also known as a open chain compounds because carbon and carbon atoms are linked with single bond, and by single bond, double bond and triple bond. Maybe here double bond also, C double bond, and maybe also triple bond also. Triple bond also. These carbon atoms are joints in the open chain. It means no two other ends just come together. For these reasons, they are also known as a open chain compounds. My dear students, further, open chain compound is divided into two groups: saturated compounds and unsaturated compounds. It means open chain compounds are acyclic compounds or aliphatic compounds are again divided into two groups: saturated compounds and unsaturated compounds. All of you have to understand it very well. What is the saturated compound? First of all, I will tell you about the saturated compound. Saturated compounds are the compounds in which carbon and carbon atoms are linked only by the single bond. There is no double or triple bond. Carbon and carbon atoms are linked only with the single bond. You can see here carbon and carbon are always linked with the single bond. Understand? For example, ethane. In ethane, carbon and carbons are linked with single bond, and the rest other bonds are satisfied with the hydrogen atoms. Here hydrogen atoms. Here also rest bonds are satisfied with hydrogen atom. So in saturated compounds, here carbon and carbon atoms are linked with single bond only. Understand? And my dear students, you will also know that saturated compounds are known as paraffins. My dear students, why saturated compounds, or you can say saturated hydrocarbons, understand, are known as a paraffins. Why they are known as a paraffins? Here paraffin, because the compound of this category have very less activity, have very less tendency to join with other atoms. Understand? Because all the bond of carbon atoms are completed with carbon-carbon atoms and also with other hydrogen atoms. So, being less reactivity, they are known as a paraffins. Paraffins means कम जोड़ने वाला, मतलब कम जोड़ने वाला. सो ये कम जोड़ने वाले होते हैं, इसलिए इस सैचुरेटेड कंपाउंड्स को हम पैराफिन बोलते हैं. माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, ऑल ऑफ यू हैव अंडरस्टूड saturated hydrocarbons. Now I will tell you about unsaturated hydrocarbons. In unsaturated hydrocarbons, here in unsaturated hydrocarbons are in unsaturated hydrocarbons, carbon and carbon atoms are linked, are joined with double or triple bond. It means there may be double and also there may be triple bond. At least one is very necessary. So these are known as a unsaturated compounds. Understand? For example, you can see here in unsaturated there may be double bond, at least one double bond. Understand? And one triple bond. One triple bond. It means unsaturated compounds, unsaturated hydrocarbons have double or triple bond at least at one place. The unsaturated hydrocarbons which have double bonds, they will again comes in the alkenes. Understand? Unsaturated hydrocarbons which have double bonds, they come under alkenes, and the saturated hydrocarbons which have triple bond, they comes under alkynes. My dear students, alkenes are also known as olefins. Olefins, because the compound of these groups are just like highly in the natures. Being highly in the natures, alkenes are also known as olefins. Understand? And the general formula of alkenes is CnH2n. Understand? And example is ethene. 2 carbon alkenes. The example is ethene. Ethene is the first member of this alkenes. Understand? Ethene. Here in the ethene, carbon and another carbon atom is joined by this double bond, and remaining valencies of the carbon atoms are completed with hydrogen atoms. All of you know the carbon atom is a tetravalent atom. It means carbon atom has 4 valencies, equal in all respect. Understand? So 2 valencies of carbon atoms are joined with other carbon atoms. Hence 2 valencies are satisfied with 2 carbon atoms, and rest valencies of the carbon atoms are satisfied by joining hydrogen atom. Just like this carbon atom already joined its 2 valencies with this carbon, and this carbon is joined with its 2 valencies with this carbon, and 2 valency of this carbon is left. Understand? So 2 other valencies of this carbon will join with other atom. It means hydrogen. So you can see here, one hydrogen will attach here and other hydrogen will attach here. My dear students, you are seeing very clearly the carbon atom, this carbon atom just is completed its 4 valencies. It means 2 valency of its carbon atom are joined with this 2 atom, and 2 valencies of this carbon atom is joined with this 2 carbon atom, and this carbon atom also will join with 2 other hydrogen atom. So my dear students, all of you have understood alkenes. Alkenes are also known as olefins, and first member of the alkenes is ethene, that is ethylene. Understand? Now I am going to tell you another unsaturated compounds, unsaturated hydrocarbon, that is alkynes. The general alkynes, its first member is acetylene, 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 and the general formula of alkynes is CnH2n minus 2. General formula of alkyne is CnH2n minus 2. N stand for number of carbon atoms. Understand? And the first member of this family alkynes is acetylene, that is in IUPAC known as ethine. Understand? Here you are noticing carbon and carbon atoms are attached with triple bond. Understand? It means triple bond, and one one bond of this carbon and one bond of this carbon is left. So this carbon will also attach with one hydrogen atom like this here, and this carbon one bond will join with the other hydrogen atom, यानी हाइड्रोजन एटम से ज्वाइन हो जाएगा ये। तो माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, आप लोग देख रहे होंगे कि इस एथाइन के अंदर वो दोनों कार्बन एटम्स के सभी 4 वैलेंसीज कंप्लीट हैं। So, my dear students, all of you have understood acyclic compounds are open chain compounds, or it is also known as a aliphatic compounds. This is broadly divided into saturated compounds, unsaturated compounds. Saturated compound is also known as a paraffins, and in saturated compounds, carbon and carbon atoms are linked with only single bond. And the examples are, methane, ethane, propane, butane. Is the general formula of this saturated compounds is CnH2n plus 2, and it is known as a with alkane. Alkane. It is known as a alkane. And unsaturated hydrocarbons further divided into alkenes, alkynes. Alkenes are also known as a olefins. Its general formula is CnH2n, and first member is ethene. And alkynes, its first member is ethine, that is commonly known as a acetylene. My dear students, now I will tell about cyclic or closed chain compound. Cyclic or closed chain compound broadly divided into two groups: homocyclic compounds, heterocyclic compounds. Homocyclic compound means homocyclic compound, just its name. In the ring there is only carbon atom. It means homocyclic compound. It is also known as a carbocyclic compounds. Understand? Because in the ring there will be only carbon atom. Heterocyclic, just its name pronounced heterocyclic. It means in the ring, in the closed ring, there may be other atom. Understand? Just like in this group, pyridines. Understand? Pyridine. And homocyclic compounds are divided into alicyclic compounds and aromatic compounds. In alicyclic compounds, there is no alternate double and single bond, and aromatic compounds have alternatively double and single bond. Just my dear students, I'm going to make you to understand, just like carbon, here carbon, this is carbon, and this is carbon. Understand? CH2, CH2, CH2. This is cyclopentane. It means you are saying not alternatively double or single bond. Only in between the carbon atoms you are seeing the only single bonds. You are seeing only this single bond, my dear students. This is the single bond. And another of homocyclic group, another part of the homocyclic group is aromatic compounds. Understand? Aromatic. It means aromatic compounds also is found in the closed ring, and there is single and double bond alternatively. You have studied in the book also. In aromatic compounds, the carbon atoms are joined in rings, and the rings there is double and single bond. Then my dear students, you see there is a type of ring in the benzene. Benzene, I'm taking example. There is double and single and double bond. This all the carbon atoms are joined in the ring pattern, and these vertices, these are the vertices. You can understand these vertices as a having carbon atoms. So you can have carbon atom, carbon atom, carbon atom, carbon atom, and here also carbon atom. My dear students, if we say all the carbon atoms balances are completed or not. So my dear students, see this carbon atom. This carbon atom joined is two valences with this carbon atom and one valence is from this carbon atom. One valence is left. Here all the carbon atom have one valency, not linked with other. So they all the carbon atoms, they will link its one valency with hydrogen atom. So its formula is just became CH, CH, CH and CH and CH. So this is the benzene. Here one CH and then benzene. Understand? And in the coming ICSE exam of 10th class, this part, it means cyclic or closed cyclic compounds are not studied in detail. You will study only in detail this acyclic compounds. It means open chain compound or aliphatic compounds. So my dear students, now I am going to conclude my teachings. Here main aim of my teaching was make you to understand the classification of organic compounds. And again I refresh this. Organic compounds are broadly divided into two parts. Acyclic compounds, open chain compounds or aliphatic compounds. Cyclic compounds are closed chain compounds. Here acyclic compounds are divided into two parts. Saturated compounds are paraffins, unsaturated compounds, and unsaturated compound further divided into alkenes and alkynes. And on the other hand, cyclic or closed chain compound divided into two groups, homocyclic compound and heterocyclic compound. Further, homocyclic compound is divided into alicyclic compound and aromatic compounds. And this is the heterocyclic compounds. Okay, my dear students, I understand that all of you have understood it very well, and if you have understood it very well, then you show your response by writing in the comment sections. I will teach you another topic, keeping in my mind the exam. Understand? Okay, I hope all of you will be benefited by this. Thank you and have good day.